Was good with y'all, cuz. Not too long ago, I posted a video about um, acknowledging one's emotions and feelings. Um, I just would like to add that what happens when you acknowledge, and validate one's emotions and feelings. So, what tends to happen, like speaking, I get this a lot with people, especially strangers, both men and women and children, is that they feel safe, that they can tell me anything. What I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that some of y'all had just gone to the grocery store, wherever y'all went to, and you say, how you doing, sir or miss? And then it turns into them telling you their whole life story because they trust you. So not only do you build safety from that, within, and in trust as well, you know, and it's so, and also when you do that, yeah, you acknowledge and validate the emotions you have within yourself. So if you get with having a conversation with somebody and they don't validate your emotions and your feelings and acknowledge them, more than likely they don't do it within themselves. You know what I'm saying? So it's like someone says they don't have feelings for someone, knowing deep down that they do. So not only not so you're not only not validating and acknowledging your emotions, but you're lying to yourself by you saying that you don't have, feelings for that individual. And when you do that, when you lie to yourself and then some, you're creating like a mental prison. So you always have to be honest within yourself. Absolutely. It doesn't matter how hard it is. You always have to acknowledge everything about yourself, especially from emotions and feelings, because that's pretty much our main existence, that and energy. In regards to how logical, one is, it all starts from energy and, your emotions and your feelings. You feel me? So take the time. This is one of the things that could also save you from getting with the wrong individual. I mentioned that earlier. You know what I'm saying? So if you're having a conversation with someone, pay attention to that. I always say, pay attention to everything. And I do mean everything. Their friends, their family, what's their posture, with their tone, when y'all are speaking, everything. It makes a world of a difference, man. It could truly save you from having a heartbreak, yo. I've been there where I didn't pay attention to that. And I ended up doing, things that I had no business doing. Nor did I acknowledge, the other person's, their emotions and their feelings. I didn't validate, acknowledge them, nothing. And I messed up. And I had to acknowledge that. I had to be honest within myself. But the more and more you acknowledge your emotions and your feelings within yourself and you validate them, you're going to do it for other people. I promise you. It all starts from the mind. But that's all I wanted to say, man. Like, speaking of it, yo. I pray that y'all good out here, man. Always keep your head up, yo. I can see that life can be very challenging for some people, if not the majority. But take the time to take care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, basically your entire existence, man. Because when you do that, people are going to see that. because it started, within your mind, and then it eventually starts within your body, then your spirit, and then what's going to happen is that the reality is going to change, all because you changed up here. If you don't believe me, that's cool, but all I ask is that pay attention, you know, which is another thing too. When you validate one's emotions and feelings, you become even more self-aware. There's so many things happen when you do that, man. But like I said, y'all be easy. Peace and love to you, man.